normal wall. What's that? Window. Caladan Palace bookshelf. Caladan Palace wall. That could work. Bearing in mind this is supposed to be our outer wall, right? So yeah. Alright, let's see how that looks from the outside. Yeah, I think that can work. Okay, we need to do, though, oh no, we need to do another structural here. Because I want it to be even. Let's not cook ourselves. What is it? It's three down. Okay. Okay. Man, is the sun deliberately like going on? Okay. So I want it to be a real imposing front wall, right? That's the plan. I want it to look like it's an imposing wall. Other way. Okay, get some shade in here, and then I want incline here. Yeah, okay. Then we've got to do this one. Why does that sit like that? Is that right? Yeah. Okay. And then we need we just round it off like that. Yeah, because we need... Okay. This is where we've got to decide how we're doing this. Because the other side we've got the curve. But over here is going to be like our vehicle bay. Which I don't want to be as tall. See, that's going to be pretty tall, and I don't want it to be steep getting the vehicle in and out. So we kind of like want it to be... damn the weather. So how about... that's a better height. Yeah. And then if we go for inclines... and then walls. There we go. Okay, then I've got to think. So we're going to do... what is that? That's a half wall. Right, and that's kind of as high as the walls are going to go. Now let's just do... actually, no. Like that. So the plan is we'll have a pentashield here, but I don't want this to be as tall as this wall. The question is, how are we going to link them? How are we going to link them? Unless we buttress that whole area. But the problem is, if we do that, these inclines aren't going to reach the floor. They'll end up hovering like that. We don't want that. Could just block the end off, I suppose. Wedge walls. No. Okay, then how do we do the next bit? Structural. Yeah, so we block it off like that. So we got clear demarcation. And then over here, we want that. Okay. So pentashield then runs across there, which is just big enough for a buggy to get in and out. I want to keep it reasonably small. I don't want this huge pentashield. I do think I want it at least 3 high. So that's where the vehicles drive in and out of. That's the main doorway. I mean, we could have it sloped down, I guess. What have we got special? Yeah, I don't think it's got what I want there. What about... No, I don't want it to go that way. I want it to come off the side of it. And then like so. Pentashield across there. A roof. So is there no roof bit that fits in here? There it is. Is this gonna work properly? That's the question. So what do we put in to do the roof to there? It's a wedge wall. How do we do an angled roof? Can we do an angled roof? Like, how do I link this up? Got to be a roof, right? But how do you... So I can put that there and I can link the roof up like that, but then all this is a waste, right? What I wanted to do is have like a slopey roof come off it. Doesn't look like you can do that though. There doesn't appear to be a way to slant down to it, like if you went incline, I guess. Because you can incline it, I suppose, like that. And then I want to top this off, because the plan is we're going to build something on top of this as well. So for now, let's just top this off. And I want it to be flat for now. Okay. Where's the normal, just like... Is it that one? Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then we should be able to fill that in, right? So if we go... Is it here? No, wall, maybe? Roof, maybe? There we go. Cool. Okay, that works. That works. The vehicle part's going to be the pretty mundane bit on the outside. Right. Okay. So the question is do we make use of the stuff going down the hill? Do we make use of that and go like in and down, or... Quite like the idea of that. But that's going to go into sand, so we need to structural foundation more. Like that. And then we need to come down. I think that's going to be too steep. It's too steep. Don't like it. Don't like it. Actually, then, if we went for the half one, is that going to go through? What I don't want to do is drive vehicles up and down like really steep things, right? It's a shame there's just that ridge of sand. Yeah, so I think we've got to come over. We've got to do one more layer. I think that probably works actually anyway, to have one more structural layer. Like that. Like so. Okay, and then we can put in a wall here. Perfect. Right, then we can do the incline. Okay. drink. So, where's floor? Floor. So I'm thinking if we make this like the floor out to here, and like we go all the way out like that there. And I don't mind actually going into the rock face here, that's fine. Okay. How many across is it? I think it's another one, right? Insufficient stability, okay. So, hang on, let's come down. As if we do more of the inclines, because I think we want to make this whole thing an incline down. Which is to there. Okay. Cool. Cool. Right, a bit more of an incline over here. And then here. And then floor. Into the rock face. Perfect. Okay, happy with that. Alright, and then under here. Yeah, we're going to have to go with pillars, I think. Pillar middle. Corner. Center column. I'm sure I want columns. I think I want pillars. That actually goes below the... You weasel. Oh dear. Okay, so we don't want it in there. So let's do it. Is it this one we can do it? Nope. There we go. And then this one to there. And then can we do this side, or are we going to run into the same issue? I don't want it that far. I want the next one out, this one. No, that looks like that works. There we go. Oh, did we not do this one? No. That one we can't. Okay, that's going to annoy me, because it'll look weird, so we'll just not have it. Though I do know what we can do is potentially... I don't want it that way, I want it to... There you go. I want it to look structurally sound, right? There we go. I don't want like these massive floating platforms. Good. Right. Roof. Let's do the walls. Let's get these walls filled in. These are all outer walls. All the outer walls are going to be the Caledonian Palace thing. Go. Damn you. Let's do it like that. Insufficient stability. Nope. Here we go.